Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syahri Bezukanain. My matches number is 14-20F1039. I am from class D for B session 3. In this video, I would like to presentation about case study in the engineering society. So for the first slide, we'll tell you about the Polytechnic Melimau Mechanical Engineering DJJ40132 Engineering Society case study, and the title is water pollution. In this case study, we do in the group. So in my group, it have a 3%. Me, Muhammad Syarif Bazukanai. Next is Khairul Ahman bin Muhammad Yasin. And the last one is Saiful Zazani Azinuddin bin Muhammad Rahim. Go to the next slide. In this presentation, it have a few slides that I would like to tell you. So for the first point, I want to tell you is about the 1.0 introduction. Next is 2.1 part 1 engineering management in society. Next is 2.2 part 2 professional bodies in engineering. Next is 2.3 part 3 sustainability and green engineering. And the last one is 3.0 conclusion. Okay, we go to the 1.1 introduction. For introduction, water pollution is arguably the most fundamental environmental issue in Malaysia. Since the country pollution problem began with water pollution caused by the three traditional industry of the tank, mining, natural rubber, and palm oil, as mentioned above. The government's environmental programs therefore give high priority to control of water pollution, river pollution by mine wastewater and slum vegan, which the rapid development of tin mining, a traditional industry that started at the turn of the century about 100 years ago, at Kuala Lumpur, flash flood after heavy rain is occurred due to poor provision of drainage and also water pollution derived, derived from people attitude. The community simply threw and dumped rubbish into the river. This issue is, however, is minimized and started when the government took an in- initiative to build stormwater management and road tunnel, called SMART tunnel in 2007 in order to manage mitigate flash flood in Kuala Lumpur. So you can see this is a few examples, some of the example of water pollution at the Sungai Juru Pining. Okay, next we go to the 2.1 engineering management in a society. In an environmental quality ACT EQA 1974, Section 25, 27, and 29 of the EQA deal directly with the control of discharge into inland waters and nation territory waters. For the first point, Section 25 state that no person shall, unless listener, emit discharge of deposit any environmentally hazardous substance, pollutants, or waste into any inland water in conservation of acceptable condition as specified under Section 21. For the next point, Section 27 prohibit the discharge of oil, while Section 29 prohibit the discharge of the waste into nation's waters in contravention of acceptable conditions specified under Section 21. We go to the next part. The OSHA 1994 was made in consideration of the fact that the FMA 1967, which provides control of the factories, only covers sectors of such as manufacturing, mining, quarrying, and construction. The workers that are covered by FMA 1967 only consist of 24% of the nation total manpower, while OSHA 1994 covered 19% of the nation total manpower. The subject of OSHA 1994 are A. to secure the safety, health and welfare of persons at work against risk to safety or health arising out of the activity of person at work. B. To protect persons at a place of work other than person at work against risk to safety or health arising out of the activities of person at work. C. To promote an occupational environment for person at work which is adapted to psychology needs. And the last one, D, to provide the means whereby the associated occupational safety and health legislation may be progressive- progressively replaced by a system of regulation and approved industry codes of practice operating in combination with the provision of the acts designed to maintain or improve the standard of safety and health. So for the next slide, 2.2 professional bodies in engineering. Based on the investigation, sorry, based on the investigation, the drop in water pollution is due to the solution of the load in the calculation of waste disposal from industry areas to quotes from the Professional Code of the Malaysian Engineering Board (BEM) that can be used in this tragedy as follows. The first, A, Code, code 5.0, a registered engineer should conduct himself honorably, responsibly, ethically, and lawfully, so as to extend the honor, reputation, and usefulness of the profession. Next, B. Code 513. A registered engineer shall check with due diligence the accuracy of fact and data before he signs or endorses any statement or claim. He should not sign on such document unless, where necessary, qualification on error and inaccuracies have been made. So that's all from me. Next, my friend will continue this presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Saiful Shazani Azimuddin bin Muhammad Rahim. My matrix number is 14-20F1037. Okay, for sustainability and green engineering, wastewater has long been used as a resource in agriculture. There are clear health advantages related to wastewater use in agriculture, stemming directly from the provision of food to urban populations. It is estimated that 10% of the world's population relies on food grown with contaminated wastewater. Recognizing wastewater as a resource has a huge positive impact on the outcome of agriculture production and reduces the water pollution by preventing the disposal of contaminated wastewater into water bodies. Reusing wastewater has therefore two main advantages. First, it improves the living conditions of the local population through better food production. Second, reduce the water pollution in these areas. See also recharge the reuse. Okay, for this slide, freshwater and freshwater and wastewater cycle for water withdrawal and pollutant discharge. Okay, for the next slide, there is 5 green water table. First, integrated river basin management. freshwater abstraction rate from 2015 and 2030. Next, water harvesting technology. 60% of towns in Malaysia will be installed with rainwater harvesting systems by 2020. Third, water treatment and distribution technology. Fourth, water utilization technology. Increased number of labeled water efficient products. And for the last one is wastewater treatment technology. Targets by 2030. 100% sludge to be recycled and 33% treated effluent to be recycled. Okay, for the next slide. Inventions and innovation towards sustainability and green technologies related to water pollution by using blockchain and tokens. To use blockchain to clean up bits, deposit system to recycle bottles and plastic packaging that are polluting. A system that consists in bringing back empty bottles to shops and being given back the extra money paid at purchase, with shopkeepers then sending the bottles to waste processing centers. This solution makes it possible to take part in water pollution reduction whilst providing access to banking to disadvantaged populations. Okay, for the next slide. Inventions and innovation toward sustainability and green technologies related to water pollution by using floaters and algorithms. As you can see on the image at slide, the ocean cleanup at October 2018. The ocean cleanup is also taking on the continent of plastic, with the goal of reducing the amount of plastic floating in the Pacific Ocean by 50% every 5 years. Designed by Boyan Slet, a Dutch engineer and entrepreneur, a nacelle made up of a 600-meter long floater at the surface of the water and a 3-meter deep skirt attached below was launched off the coast of San Francisco in October 2018 to collect the maximum waste and data in order to feed algorithms that make it possible to specify the best deployment system.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Khairul Aiman bin Muhammad Yasin. Now metric is 14 DEM 20F1033. Okay, next is about the need for sustainable and green engineering toward providing water pollution solutions. For the traditional engineering, consider the object or process, focus on technical issue, solve the immediate problem, consider the local context, and assumes other will deal with political, ethical, and societal issues. For the sustainable engineering, considers the whole system in which the object or process will be used. Considers both technical and non-technical issues synergistically. Next, strives to solve the problem for infinite future. Considers the global context and acknowledge the need to interact the expert in other disciplines related to the problem. Next slide. For the development objective. For the implementation, enabling environment, institutional structures, management instruments, infrastructure development. First, national goals, then water resource issues assessment, next water resource policy strategy, IWRM implement plan, action of implementation, next monitoring and evaluation of progress, next national goals and its cycle. Okay, for the summary, rivers and ocean are valuable resources that need to be protected. Surveillance and enforcement would continue to be given priority. However, the enforcement can never be enough. Industries need to continuously improve on their performance in terms of meeting discharge standards. Industry must realize that greater environmental awareness among consumers would result in the market demanding environment-friendly goods and services. There must be a shift from the traditional end-of-pipe control to cleaner technology. More stringent environmental controls would be introduced in the future, with the cost of pollution control continuing to escalate. It makes good economic sense for industry to minimize the amount of waste they make. Subsequently, needs to be treated and disposed. For the reference, our group take 5 reference we get for the information about pollution at Sungai Juru. Okay. Thank you for watching this video.